Libra, Libra, Libra. Welcome to my channel. Hey, you beautiful people, welcome to my channel. And I'm very excited about this reading. This is all about, if you followed my channel, you will know that I was speaking about twin flame love and soulmate love, and sort of past life, the energy that brought you to where you are. But it's time to look forward. It's time to focus forward. It's time to see what life is holding for us forward. I feel we are spending so much time, especially these days, waiting to be told what to do, waiting on the powers that be, waiting on a lover, waiting on a friend, waiting on a boss, when we can just ask the universe. Okay, so what's up? What's the vibe? So this is a general reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Ascending, and we're looking at July 2020. So that is the focus period. Okay, it is a general reading, so obviously whatever resonates with you, that is what resonates with you. I love this. I love where you're at. I love where you are at. Okay, this is a great platform for growth. Beautiful growth. Okay. So, let's see what we got for you, viewers. Wow. Super wow. Okay, so the focus of this reading is basically to look at what are those things that are standing in your way. Okay, and a lot of times we look for these things in other people. We look for it in our lovers, in our boss, in our friends, in our neighbors, in our fellow commuters, whatever. Did you see the way she looked at me? That person on the bus, that lady on the train. You need to chill, because I know that's rude, sorry. But sometimes we don't also understand what we subconsciously project, because on the subconscious level, there is a continual conversation that always happens, okay? And it never ever ceases to fascinate me. And that is why I always studied and practice certain modalities like I do Reiki and crystal healing, but more in like NLP, numerology, regression hypnosis, because what's happening down there? What are you showing out to the world? And this is what this is about. This is this other half of you that can really make your life very, very, very convenient or very inconvenient. Okay, so we're looking at that. And when you sort it out, that's when you get all the other goodies that you want to have in life as well. That's when you get a good career. That's when you get a good relationship. That's when you get the money sorted out, because it's all coming from you. Life is reflecting you, me, us. Okay, so we're looking at that and see what that is. Obviously, whatever is for you, you claim that inside your heart. And if something is not, if it really doesn't sit well with you, don't worry yourself about it. Just, let it go. If you really want to have, oh, yes. Okay. I want to know about this. You're going to have to send me some comments. There's a personal situation that needed to be sorted out, and you took a very different approach to the approach that you normally would, and you're quite chuffed with yourself. I like that. You're quite chuffed with yourself. You've made some beautiful spiritual growth. Some of you, you made a choice, you made a decision that you never thought that you would. And you're getting to see how that could sometimes be a really beautiful thing. Like that. Trying your hand at new stuff. I've got no idea why, but I'm getting sushi. So let me know what's going on. So in your current situation, well, let's look at your overall energy, because they're in your, like, the overall and where you currently are in your journey. They really they fit in, they slot in together like puzzle pieces for you. you are in the process of just you are realizing what's not for you, and you are peacefully separating, peacefully stepping away. You're like, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking, I'm walking away, I'm walking. And whilst there's a great sense of happiness and joy and achievement around us, it doesn't have ego. So it's not like I'm walking, screw you. It's not that. It's I'm walking, but there's still that honor in um there's no greater honor to love, to a situation, to what has been, to a lesson, than stepping away with peace, with love, wishing the other person the best. It's such a powerful, powerful thing to do. And this is where you're at. So you can move forward peacefully because you know that you've done your best. And I love that. I really do. I think it's beautiful. Okay. So it's kind of all about you now. It's all about you right now. What do we have here? Oh. So this this sort of new thing that you did, it could be sort of like on a day, sort of like an but it opened you sort of like to a new impulse, something that you might have been tripping about, something that you've been wondering about, something that you've been considering, thinking, rethinking, ping-ponging through in your mind. It's like this sort of dare that you might have accepted, even if you were the one putting out the dare there, even though I do feel it could have come from outside or stimulated by an outside source at least somehow. It's like it sorted out some kind of conundrum for you. You were thinking about something. You also want to let you know that there might be some banging at the back, and if there is, then I apologize for that. But there might have been some sort of a twist and a turn there that it had you bobbing there a little bit, you were not quite sure how to move forward from this. And somehow you got some clarity from that as a result of this. I feel it's a small change that you could have made, but it has tremendous, 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 growth potential. It shows you in many ways who you really are. It's almost like, I suppose if I can make that example, when you have sugar in your tea for the first time, or your coffee, or whatever it may be, you go like, oh, this is kind of nice. Which is an interesting example to make, because I don't like sugar in my coffee. I do drink milk though, not too much. So if you're gonna take me out for a surprise coffee, you must get it right. Okay. I like foam and froth and cream, but not sugar inside. I will have a slice of cake on the side. All right, enough about me. Back to you. All right, so in your recent past, you realize things will have to change. In your recent past, you stepped away from your past. You just felt ready, or you felt it was time. The time was right. The moment was right. It had to be done now. A situation wasn't working out for a long time, but you were holding on. Okay, you were holding on. You sort of like trying to be like the, I don't know, larger person, big heart, being there, giving something a chance. But you just got to a point where you decided, you know what, you realize I have to cut my losses. It wasn't worth the emotional investment any longer. You were disrespecting yourself by staying in that situation. And you realized that, and you knew that it was time to move on. But I also feel that it wasn't so easy to move on. Either them or you didn't make it so easy. There was a bit of a clinging on, like a, don't let me go, stay with me, stay with me. So, and you realize that you're going to have to let the situation go, but you also needed some time. And I felt in the sort of time that you took, this person or situation, but I feel more like a person energy might have sort of come back and thought that they might actually get you while you are at your lowest form. So whilst you were not so um, on top of things, okay? It's sort of like they would know when to strike you, at what time to strike you best. And they give that a shot. And I feel so interestingly that that was actually the deciding factor for you to move away, because you were actually thinking of going back or giving this another chance. So you might have been doubting yourself a little bit, asking for a sign, and you got a very definite sign. You were like, okay, I asked for a sign, but goodness, did it have to be like that? You needed to get the point. Okay. Yeah, and you got it. You got the clarity, but it also gave you a lot of hurt. It's almost, I feel that it's like you needed some time alone. You needed some space alone. You needed to heal because now you were devastated. It somehow feels that you were in some sort of situation where you felt you almost inclined to keep up appearances that you were, that you're well, that you're doing fine, that you're doing okay. These people might not have even have known what's happening in your business, and that was a little bit too much for you to handle. You didn't want to. And I see in your future that actually pays off, the time that you take out alone. Because some offer might have been, and wow. It then feels that there might have been another person on the scene. And some of you may have said like, oh, this could have been so amazing, so beautiful, but why did it have to happen now? Like, why did Murphy have to do this to me, You may have had your eye on this person for a while, or it came out and everything just seemed so right, but you realize that the timing was off. And I feel that some of you sort of put that thought out there in the universe that I would actually really like this. So if it's possible in some time in future for it to come back, I would actually really appreciate that. And the universe heard you, and it paid attention. It noticed what you were saying, and there was a time gap that was created for the realignment to take place. So I do feel that going forward, that's actually taking place. You needed to do a bit more healing. So where you are now, there might be some separation between you and this person, okay? And it may even seem like it's sort of done, that that you're never really gonna have anything together. Maybe friends, but that's about the best you can hope for. So there doesn't seem to be too much hope. But you're still sort of having in your back of your mind, you might be busy with your own stuff, but it's still sort of there, like, might be nice. Might be super nice, the one that got away. But they didn't get away. You actually did this future connection, you did it the best favor you possibly could have done it, because you released the expectation that it must be like this or it must be like that. So you actually gave the situation some time to breathe and to mature, It's like when you plant something in the ground, you just have to leave it. So that's what you've done. And you stepped away from those expectations. So the thing about life is life sees more of any situation than what we do. Okay? The full picture that we see is based on our perception of stuff, our experience of stuff, what we know, what we don't know, our emotions. It's especially when I don't know why, but I'm just giving you this reminder because I feel that I have to. When somebody tells you a story, and I'm not saying that they are lying or misleading you. But when people tell you a story, they tell you a story from an emotional point, and they tell you the story with the need to be believed, generally. Okay? And I don't know why, but I feel somehow you need to look out for that. I'm going to draw you one more card for the step. Yep. I love where you are. You've got a vision for your life. You've got a goal for your life. You know exactly where you'd like to go with your life. And you feel strong enough now to step away from what you need to step away from in order to get what it is that you'd like to get. Damn, look at you. Damn, look at you. Getting your life sorted out and figured out. So going forward, you've got a sense of clarity and you are happy with the decisions that you're making. And I feel that some of you are downscaling, in fact. That might not be making sense to everyone. You're downscaling. But to you, it makes perfect sense because you know what you need emotionally. I feel that for some of you, there might be that sort of offer on the table that seems like the penthouse in Manhattan. And it seems brilliant, but something doesn't sit 100% with you. It's not like it's wrong, it might just not be right for you. And because you begin to see how it is that you want to feel. And you're going towards that. You're working towards that. You're stepping towards that. How it is that you want to feel. That there's like a need for simplicity, you know. Had this maybe just been a regular apartment somewhere else, you know, it might have been fine. In Los Angeles, I don't know why I'm having all these US terms, but anyways, I'm in Cape Town in South Africa. I've never been to New York, nor have I ever been to Los Angeles. So I don't know why, but I do. So let me know in the comments what's going on. So for you, the simple life, that's what you're after. There needs to be a measure of simplicity. So even if you become the next president, you live in the White House, there needs to be a measure of simplicity where you can just be you. And if that means that you downscale what the world sees as downscaling, you're fine with that too. Okay, you're right with that. You're okay with being misunderstood because you understand where you're going, and there's like, you know, they just stick around there. They'll understand. They'll understand where I am. I feel that some of you might get involved with a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, possibly Earth sign, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, possibly. Not a Sagittarius though. And also not a fellow Libra. So there's like a sense of sensitivity, and obviously that could also be in their charts. Okay, not only look at the sun sign, because zodiac signs only are sun sign. Yeah. Possibly an earth sign, but most likely a water sign. Some of you are, it's not like you're not sensitive, but you've got a sort of, if it doesn't work, I'm out of here type of thing. And you need to be grounded. Could also be a mature Gemini. You'll recognize the moment when you see it. But it's beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. Okay? I get my cup flowing over. Most possibly a Gemini. But if it is, this will probably be a very spiritual, grounded, sort of walking around barefoot, you know, type of Gemini. Vegetarian, natural products wearing, or moving into that space. You may also inspire that person to maybe do that, but that might have been a longing for them all along and didn't even realize that. This got nothing to do with controlling people. It might just be where they're naturally at. So your vibrations are matching. Done the inner work, stepped away. This is going forward. Stepped away from the things. You are... This is nice. I like this. You are opening more possibilities in life for yourself because you are open to what you may have previously referred to as too controversial, you know, too new age, too psychically inclined. You are more open to, instead of saying this is what I want, this is what I'm going to do, saying what is the plan for my soul, what was my reason for incarnation, you know, why did I choose to come here. Maybe this whole new age vibe, as people refer to it, you know, reincarnation and blah 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 blah, past lives, maybe it's not a whole lot of crap, you know. Maybe there's something really fundamental there. And I feel that some of you are really opening up to that portal, or some of you who have been open and have trusted her, it's more than just mild concern now. It's really like, let's see what we've got here and what can we do. One more card. Okay. Yep. Emotional balance. Emotional balance. It's like you can't stop your smile. Wow. I love that so much. Let me know what's happening. If it resonated with you, give me a like, give me a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel if you like. Hit that notification bell for your reading that I give you every week. If you're in a personal detailed reading, the details are in the description. Follow me on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. And Libra, your scales seem very balanced here. So let's see what happens going forward. See you next week. Bye.